The students are why I'm there. Kind of protect them, keep them safe, and then just interact with them throughout the day. My ultimate goal is to connect with them.
That is Eric Resendez, a school resource officer in Caldwell. You can tell he loves his job. Connecting with the kids and building trust is so important to him. Little did he know, apparently one way to do that is to hit the dance floor, and that's just what happened at homecoming recently. It was all captured on video. This dancing SRO is this morning's 7-0.
Do you have the video or no?
I swear I took a video of him.
Yeah, he was all in it.
Officer Eric Resendez is getting some attention here in the halls of Caldwell High School.
Oh, he was all into it. Yeah, most of the rest of the people
He was
the life of the party.
Not for being a school resource officer in the community, but for something that happened at homecoming. He's the SRO at Syringa, and he was filling in for Caldwell High SRO Phillips at the dance that night.
I had asked Officer Resendez to, stand in for me.
I showed up and was just hanging out with the kids in the front before they were able to go in. They were trying to bet me to go back on the stage and kind of bust a move, and I told them, like, well, we'll see if I can make it out there. They're like, no, promise me you're gonna make it out there. I'm like, okay, I promise.
Officer Resendez was waiting for just the right song, and suddenly, there it was.
So Soldier Boy was a generational song for me. I grew up listening to that one as well. And I saw the kids just up and down, jumping around and having a good time, and I was like, this is probably the best song I can do. I know the dance, so. I get out in the middle, I see the first ring, just phones everywhere. And then jumping up and down, I can look out in the crowd, and there's basically the entire school was right there with their phones up in the air and flashlights on.
One of the students taking a video was sophomore Isabella Ozuna.
He was doing like Soldier Boy or something like that, and it was so cool. It was really nice to see him hanging out with us and stuff.
So it kind of brought me back to when I was going to homecoming. Just a lot of afterwards are like, that was fire, which is something I'm not too familiar with.
Fire, but in a good way.
So it was awesome.
That feel-good video eventually made it over to us at KTVB, and we put it on the news.
It just blew up really fast.
Word was out. The video went viral.
And then I started hearing it trickling through the school a little bit. My students were like, I saw you on the news. I'm like, no, you didn't. And then I finally saw the news. I'm like, oh yes, I'm on the news. Okay, perfect. If I'm able to connect with them on a level like that, they're more up to being able to come and speak with me about whatever problems they have, whether it be something criminal, whether it be something that they're just going through, that they just need to talk to somebody and need to vent. Things like that, that's what I'm there for. That's my reason for being an SRO.
I thought it was great.
Officer Phillips was impressed, but thinks he may be able to take him on the dance floor.
We do have prom, and if possible, we may have a dance-off in store, depending on how things go. I may have to do a little bit of stretching and take some ibuprofen, but I have some moves from my younger years that I may have to pull back out.
Like it or not, Officer Resendez is now known as the dancing SRO.
Yes, everyone's asking me to dance. They're challenging me at school to dance-offs, and it's just, yeah, it's fun.
And that title probably isn't going anywhere.
I have a feeling it's not.
SRO Eric Resendez.
I'll dance.
7-0. Isn't that a fun story? Just so you know, we're going to be watching and waiting for that dance-off video between the two SROs, both named Eric, by the way. Isn't that a coincidence? At the Caldwell High School prom, we're going to hold them to that. But these two resource officers, great guys. I had such a great time meeting them, and we laughed a lot about that story.
What an awesome story. As the kids say, it was fire.
It was fire.
It was fire, Maggie. Absolute fire. More of this fire Wake Up Idaho after this.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
The life of a 911 dispatcher.
Okay, what color and type of vehicle was it?
Can sometimes be.
And tell me exactly what happened.
Intense and disheartening.
And does she have any pain?
But for the past 2 weeks at Ada County Sheriff's Dispatch Center, a new member, like no employee they've had yet, joined the team.
What do you think? You don't think nothing?
8-year-old Bug was among 27 Yorkies seized from deplorable conditions in Elmore County.
The animals were heavily matted. They had cheatgrass embedded in them. They had filthy kennels and stagnant water, and they were in just awful conditions.
And now her road to recovery starts here at the dispatch center.
We talked about the idea of having a therapy dog for the dispatchers because of the hard work they do and how emotionally tolling it can be. But because of the environment, it's not a perfect place to have a therapy dog that would live. So talked to the animal control director, and we came up with a plan to implement the foster program.
It's pretty awesome to walk into the dispatch center and immediately have just a dog available to you.
Nicole Whitaker, 911 dispatch manager, says coming to work is different these days.
This morning our staff was discussing it and really called it a miracle worker of sorts.
And putting on a smile after a tough call, not so challenging anymore.
Our dispatchers take a wide range of calls, but some of those are truly horrific things to experience with people on the other end of that line. And so to be able to turn and have this small dog that we're taking care of her, but in the same sense, she's taking just as much care of us, when it's nice to have that little emotional support.
Yeah, girl.
Bug has a ruptured eardrum. She has gone through one major surgery and has another one coming up. But now she's got dispatchers by her side day and night to help her through it.
We actually have an entire rotation that we have people sign up for, making sure she's fed and gets her meds in the morning, and then fed and gets those same meds at night.
So while it's not known where her forever home will be, dispatchers welcome their furry friend.
It's just really rewarding to be people who can be advocates for, an animal that's never going to be able to speak up for herself.
And hope she won't be the last.
Snow day! Woo. It's a snow day today.
Snow day.
Oh, good steering!
Oh, they're loving it. They're so excited. They love sledding. They were very, very excited. Yeah.
First snow, Sai?
Yeah.
Huh?
He is very excited for his first trip to Boise, Idaho, and his first experience in the snow.
I called a bunch of people, but they all went back to bed.
I was very happy and excited because I didn't have to go to practice or school, and I got to hang out with my sister.
You gotta smooth it out like this.
I'm trying to get the grass off.
Yo! I wanted to get out of the house because I've been waiting to sled all year.
Are you in control?
Most of the time.
Trying not to hit as many people.
So yeah, first snow of this season. He's loving it.
I think if there is a snow day tomorrow, you need to get out, go sledding.
I hope it's the same day.
Yeah, great snow day. It's been great.
8 hours is a long round of golf, but it's a pretty good time if you're playing 100 holes.
And if it's over 100 degrees, which it wasn't, fortunately. 16 Idaho golfers teed it up to raise money for the First Tee Idaho program. Sponsors donate dollars for every hole played. The money is then used to make golf more accessible to kids in Idaho.
As News Channel 7's Andrew Bartline reports, First Tee Idaho values hard work on the golf course, but who you are off the course is what matters to them the most.
On a par 3, a good golfer should be landing their shot on the green just about every time they step up to the ball. But you're bound to hit bad shots, and the First Tee says perseverance is reflective of life.
Reed Hoppick
can read a green.
They've gotten a lot bumpier.
But the 14-year-old knows how to adjust.
Come on. Nice. Birdie.
It is fun to watch Reed. Man, he's got a lot of talent.
He's got the swing to fit.
Oh, I chunked it.
And the mindset to score.
I think he's got more birdies than us, maybe.
Halfway through his 100-hole hike, you'd think Reed has nothing in common with playing partners 3 times his age.
I've only just met him today.
Reed's in good company. The threesome holds 2 Division I golfers in J.J. Astorkia.
Played golf at the University of Oregon. Go Ducks.
And former pro Joe Panzeri.
I had web.com tour status for a season.
Yep. After spending hours alongside this swing, these veterans say they're looking in a mirror.
He reminds me a lot of myself and JJ when we were younger, just loves the game of golf. He obviously has a lot of talent and good attitude, and I love the fact that he's got some great confidence, so he's got a good future.
A future in life, not just the game of golf. JJ knows firsthand.
There's very few people that get to make a living out of it, that's for sure.
The First Tee hopes their golfers make a living out of the lessons.
Go.
Because they say golf prepares you for life.
Golf is a game that can humble you real fast. So right when you think you got it figured out, then you don't.
You just have to be patient with yourself, even when you're struggling and you have like a rough little stretch of holes.
You're gonna have some good holes and some bad holes out there, and you just got to keep going because you know there's another hole ahead, there's another shot ahead. So that's definitely a life lesson for sure.
With 100 holes on the scorecard, Reed has more shots ahead than he cares to count.
Felt like perseverance to me has been like super important.
That's because Reed has already read the room. In this group, they want to play well, but the scorecard isn't even the part that matters.
Integrity and responsibility and respect, those have all been really important to me, I feel like, in school and golf and just life.
The First Tee tells me this event has raised over $56,000 going right back into the program to help Reed and other kids learn those life lessons on and off the golf course. Reporting from Pierce Park, Andrew Bartline, Idaho's News Channel 7.
I love that story, and I liked Andrew's swing in the beginning, too.
Learning the etiquette of golf,
yes,
too, really helps you learn how to be respectful of others.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Better person. First Tee Idaho uses the money to buy clubs for kids and remove financial barriers so more kids can enjoy the game, which is sometimes seen as sort of an elitist sport, you know?
Well, this program is for anyone between the ages of 7 to 18. If you want to get involved, we'll have a link to First Tee Idaho in this story on our website at ktvb.com.